Yeah, I can see that the 47 millimeter rocker arm is very loose. You can see here. Let's see if I can get a little bit more angle or light. There we go. Break it out from the holder. Go and turn on this light here. That's why it's good to have a little light. You can point directly at it. See if I'm not blocking it. Probably am blocking it. But you can see here all the way through. You can see where the cam chain, upper cam chain grill is. See, it's actually on the side of it, which is not supposed to. So if I take my long flathead, like a foot long here, and I go in there, I can jiggle around to that. There's a piece of cylinder wall that's right here that protects the cam chain, I believe the top rail, from coming to your far, if you're facing it far right. See it hitting against this wall here. It's not doing its job. It's supposed to layer on top of here like this and rail it. I think what we messed up on was I didn't actually check to see if this side was properly on the crankshaft sprocket, the second one. The one that's farthest nearest to this side right here, facing it to your left. Okay, so that was my mistake, and I extended the cam chain thinking that, no, it just, for whatever reason, is recommended 46 link wasn't working, but it's actually, it would work, because now we have a problem with being too loose, being at 47 link chain that we just counted. So we're going to go ahead and break it again, and this time we're going to make sure that we do it right. Okay, so how we remove the rocker arm is pretty much simple. You can see it's already starting to move on its own now. We didn't have too much effort there. So let me go and place this back here. Might just keep the light on. That way you can see it a little bit more brilliant. Okay, so this is pretty loose once you actually loosen the cam chain tensioner. So we'll do that right now, actually. So let me go and see if I can focus from here to the cam chain tensioner. Can you see it? No, you can't. So let me go and move this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just loosen the cam chain tensioner right here. And we're going to go ahead and use 8mm. I kind of like the Pit Posse tool, so I'm going to use that one. It's a really nice tool by Pit Posse. So we're going to go ahead and lefty-loosey. We're going to make sure we flick this and the down position. It also has a way you can twirl too. I think it's pre-loosened or pre-broken already. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, lefty-loosey. No, not yet. So there you go. It's just such a smaller comparison to our normal size ratchet. You can see here how bigger the ratchets are in comparison. Go back to back. Make sure. See that? It's much smaller. You get a little bit more angle there because it's so much smaller. It doesn't have this extra. You know, it's heavy duty, this one, but it's sometimes better to have something small like this. So I'm going to stick with this one for now. It seems comfortable too. I like the hole of it, the rubber feel in my hand. Very nice tool. Pit Posse is the Taiwanese company. They're made in Taiwan. Okay, so here we go. We got this one. Gotta get the other one in there. Let's see. Yeah, with the carburetor out of the way, I have so much more, you know, free angle. Don't have to worry about moving the cables around a lot. So save yourself a bunch of headache. Just tie strap your carburetor out of the way, including the intake manifold, if there is one on there. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's loosened now. I could probably do it by hand. In fact, you can use a tool. See this tool right here? You can actually twist it right here. So you can leave the socket on because they know that you need some extra leverage, but you can use this to twist it. That's it. Let's see if I can do the same thing with this one. This one might be, see, this one gets a little bit more tighter now because this one's off. But I could probably do it by hand. Let's see what I can do. Yeah. There we go. Again, we moved the 12mm bolts already. Previously, we just took that off and put it pretty much in our cylinder valve cover there. Yeah, so the timing chain actually sits on the cylinder, and then the intake manifold sits on the cylinder head. And the little moist that you see there is not motor oil. Motor oil shouldn't be there, like maybe too much in there, of course. Maybe you'll get a few maybe drops, but not normally. If it's a good sealed, it should only have the vapors from the gasoline, your fuel. So that's what we washed out with some of the vapors from the fuel. It smelled like gasoline when I took it off. Okay, so there you go. Again, we pre-loosened this Phillips bolt already. You always want to make sure you pre-loosen the Phillips bolts before you take this all the way off, because you need this to hold it like in the vise while you break this bolt off, okay? And it has a little rubber sealed O-ring to keep the oil from flowing out, so you want to be careful with that. So there we go. We're just going to take it off. There we go. It's already extended. Put that in our valve cover. Okay, now you can see how loose our chain is now. Very loose, super loose, to the point where it's ridiculously. Yeah, you shouldn't have excess slack where it's like that much loose. It should tighten and it should have a little bit of slack on the very bottom there, you can see. But not to the point where it's so loose that, you know, you can almost put your finger in there as well. You know, look at that. See, that's a 47 link change on SSPG 180. It's just too overly big. So we're going to go ahead and take this off. We already counted the link change earlier, you saw there on the quick video. So let me go ahead and get this off here. Let me set this down. Now I can actually put it back into place. There we go. Snapped in there. Let's see if I can get a better angle for you guys. Too close maybe? Okay. Okay, that should do it. Might move forward down a little bit more as we go. Okay, you can see here I can get loose off the rocker, I mean the camshaft. There we go. There it goes. It's loose. Okay. So we do want to get this off the way. We're going to work on trying to break the cam chain. Because we need that slack or the mobility. I mean, you can see here we can't put our pit Posse tool in between it because this sprocket's in the way of our camshaft. I mean our cam. Okay, here we go. So this is it. It should come off easily now because the chain is loose. Okay, there we go. No more tension on this side. There was so much tension on this side because again, we had it really tight configured with the the 46 link change. Much better now. There we go. Now it comes off very easily. There you go. And I was going to show you how to measure. Okay, so this is the SSPG rocker arm set. They said you can use your donor cam holder. But what makes it unique is the fact is how it's made specifically for its SSPG cylinder head. The way this is actually set up. These are made to be this certain amount of length, the rocker arms. So I'll show you in comparison to the Tata one right now. Let me go and just put this in the hanger real quick here. Okay, I'm going to bring the Tata one. And I'll let you guys follow me. Okay, so let's go and look at the Tata one. This is the Tata one here. And we're going to bring a caliper. Show you the difference. So we have our SSPG. I'll bring that out there. And here's our Tata one. The Tata one sometimes will come with the washer, but they're now integrating it so you don't have to have several washers included. So here's the Tata one here. Let me get that open. Out of the bag. Set this aside for a second. Oh, give me one second. I'm gonna open it. All right, here we go. So here we go. Here's the Tata ones out of the bag, and this is the SSPG one. Don't worry about the cam holder. They're about the same. They're 57 millimeter going across, 57 millimeter in each direction. So these are the same. They're 57 millimeter rocker arm set. But what makes it different is you cannot just use the regular rocker arm on the SSPG unless you're switching out the cylinder head itself to a Tata one. Then you could use the Tata rocker arm. The Tata rocker arm usually will have something printed there. It says fit 57 millimeter. That's the Tata rocker arm. This is my, I guess this is the cam holder that came with the SSPG. And then all you have to do is use your own tap and everything like that. I believe they give you the cam holder. So this is the cam holder from SSPG right here. Okay, now we're going to measure to show you how shorter it is. Even with a 54 millimeter rocker arm, it's still actually shorter than a 54 millimeter. I don't know why they designed it that way, but that's SSPG. So let's go and get our caliper here. We're going to measure. We can go by centimeters or millimeters, a little bit easier to see the precise. Okay, so we're going to take this, and we're going from head to toe on this one rocker arm. They're both identical. They're just different sides. See, there it goes. So it's 55.75 length. Now you take the normal 57 millimeter rocker arm from Tata, which is pretty much your normal 57 millimeter rocker arm. It's just Tata branded quality. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put that on there. We zeroed it out already, so here it goes. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, it's zeroed out. Let's zero it out. Okay, so you can see how long it is right here. The Tata one reaches 60, almost 63 millimeters. Again, we're dealing with much shorter, 56. And these are made just to hit their the valves on the SSPG one. So if you were to cross-reference and use your Tata rocker arm, you wouldn't be able to because it's much longer. It won't hit the little tappet right there. That's what it needs to actually perfectly align. And the camshaft is also made for its cylinder head too. It's a special camshaft. I'm not sure what equivalent it is, or maybe it could be A8 or something. Not too exactly sure on that one. The camshaft, it doesn't have a number on it or something. Just looks like pretty much a camshaft. So there we go. We're gonna take that out and we're gonna go and start the process of breaking our cam chain. Oh, my camera is lowering on its own. There we go. Let me go and get a little bit more grip on the bottom base. I probably want to put it over that way you guys can actually see it, but I think this is fine because I'm going to be lifting the cam chain a little bit. I'm going to show you also how to tie it up to save you a bunch of headache of having it. You know, if you don't do it right, it could be a pretty headache because you actually almost need a third hand really to help you. But if you don't have a third hand, since we're all born with two hands, then we're going to have to do it this route. So what you do is you take your tie strap, remove your cam chain, your cam. Well, we can't remove our cam chain. Wish we could, then we could just replace with a solid one. There you go. So we remove our camshaft. See, just go and inspect it, make sure everything, there's no chisel, cracks, or anything like that. And this doesn't look like it's bented or warped. You know, you don't have a machine to really test it out, but more than likely it's probably not. It's made from pretty strong steel. More than likely it'll probably bend the aluminum if anything. Okay, so the camshaft is fine. We're going to set this down. Now we're going to go ahead and tie our... Usually when we tie just to feed in a new cam chain, I usually do it just, you know, straight through the loop. But this time it's going to be a little different. And if you don't have much space to deal with, then you can go ahead and, here we go. We can go ahead and do that one over there. Okay, we can see here you got the cam chain coming out, but you also make sure your dowel pins are still there if they fell off or anything like that. That's fine. What you want to do is you want to be able to get ready to, you probably want to tie strap it in a certain where you can actually get leverage. So we're going to tie strap it here, but then again it'll drop in further in. So you might want to maybe use one of the studs here temporarily just to hold it in place. So what you want to do is you want to tie strap both. Again, this will save you a ton of trials and error. Or we can even do it in the lower part here too if you want. We could probably put it lower. That way we can bring it up like this or something. But we could do higher, but it's just going to give us lesser and lesser slack on the timing chain. So let's go ahead and put, you can pre-loop this right now. That way you don't have to fiddle around, so you can just pre-loop it here. Get it small enough, and then you can start putting in there. Okay, and then you want to also set it to accordingly in the position where the top of the cam chain is at the top part and the bottom one is at the bottom part. And then you want to just go ahead and try to get yourself some more slack as possible. Now, should be good enough. You don't want to do it too tight. You don't want to damage the cam chain or anything or have it rub too much. Okay, so this right here, it's good. So you can see it's kind of falling loose on its own. Might want to tighten just a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we just want to hit that notch there. So this is not going anywhere. We might be able to break this point here. So we're going to break one. Either one. We're going to try to get one key out. Okay, so that's our goal right now. It's 47 link. We count it. We're trying to make it back to 46. So we're going backwards. We get our pit Posse tool. You remember I showed you in that video how to do it. So I'm just going to try to do it myself here without talking too much on that. So again, I keep the horn pretty much in the area that we need to break it out. I'm going to retract this little tip guy here. Okay, so here we go. Take one of this right here. Gotta make sure I get a dimple, so I need to dip this guy really in more. There we go. You got a close-up view of that bunge up chain there. I'm gonna get a dimple on this side, which I think I got, and this one already has a dimple. Okay. I want to do it in a way where I can come back to the other one too, so this might be, this is a good angle. This one, we can do this one right here. Okay. Once we get in there, I'm not gonna jerk it on too much, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let my holder rest here. Taking off is a little bit more easier than putting on, that's for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and break this one right here. Lefty loosey. Want to make sure my controller's pointing down to the left. Yeah, it is. Okay, I might have to retighten this. Forgot. It's very loose. Okay. Oh, actually, what am I doing? Lefting it out. Righty. 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 Driving it in. Righty tighty. Yep, it does feel tight. Again, you want to make sure that when you do it, you feel like it's easy, right? It's not forcing anything. You know, it's like it's supposed to come out. That's it. You don't want to bend or flex the chain too much. Keep the chain stabilized, and you should be good. Okay. Okay. You want to do it until it stops on its own. Don't force it to go further beyond the stop. It should be coming up now. It'll just stop all of a sudden. Almost tight. There it goes. Stop. Okay. You can let go. Back it up. Then you can back it up by hand. All right, there you go. Look, I'm almost, you can't see it, but I'm almost be able to pull it. Let's see if I can get the camera on there before it falls off on its own. Probably. You can see right there. It's almost coming off on its own right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it off. Well, I'm gonna pull this. There you go. See, came off. That's great. So we got this. The studs ain't gonna come off yet until I can back this up a little bit more and let it free. Okay, I don't want to damage the chain, so let me go and put this back in. There we go. Get your focus back. Okay, I'm gonna loosen this. This is the main base here that's holding it on the other side. There we go. There's the pin. The pin's on the other side of the wall. Again, remember, you're gonna have a third piece. You got one wall, you got a third piece, and you got a pin. It's always a mystery to me which one's going to come out with the pin, which one's not. I still don't know how it factors that in. But all I know is we got to take one out, so we got to keep going. We're probably going to have to, if we take this out, we hopefully get a pin. That way we need to join it back with this guy. And that should do it. That should wrap it up. So let's go ahead and hope that this one will come out with the pin, the other one, the other partner here. So we're going to use the same one, and we're going to drive them out. We're going to use the same side with the horn, and we're going to set our dimple just a little bit, enough there. This one, make sure. Okay, we're going aiming at this one right here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, we're going to aim at this one. We're going to go and get ready to pre-tighten it. We're aiming at the same one that we just took out a little bit earlier. Now, since their pin is there, it might be a little bit difficult since there is a pin sticking out, but we're going to try to get the pin out of the way. Okay, it's almost closing down. We want to get those dimples in there, meaning the studs. There we go. Now, I'm not sure you can see it, but there we go. The pin's still out, which is good. Hopefully it's not going to interfere where we're trying to get the other one out. We're going to try to get out almost the same way, and hopefully it comes out cleanly. Okay, you want to wiggle it just to make sure everything's going smooth. Give it some time to see if there's any loose that needs to fill the slot. Okay, so it's ready again. We're going to try to break it now again. Same with the horn. Get our tool, 8mm. Want to make sure, well, try first of all hand tighten this in, then just switch, pull it down to right, click, and there we go. I don't think I could have done this without this tool though. There we go. It's going smooth like butter. A little bit harder to cut like butter. I would say maybe cutting a steak, a nice steak. There we go. Okay, we're going to track it until it stops on zone, not forcefully stopping it further. Okay, we just want one complete link out. Almost there. Okay, now we're going to back it out, click it the other way, reverse it. We can reverse it by hand now. And let's see where we're at. Oh, there we go, it dropped. Okay. Alright, so now what we did was that's why we gotta get our magnet here. We got two male points out. That might be a little bit of concern now because we needed a male to actually join with the other one. So now we got two females here that we can't join, and if we link anymore, we're gonna have a bad situation where it's gonna be a shorter link. So we just need to take out one complete link. So what we can do is, I believe we can still join it, but it's gonna be a little bit more challenging. But it might actually work. So here we go. Let me find all the pieces here. We got two male right here connecting. And that's why I like that little magnet thing, to be able to find all the ones that dropped. Make sure it doesn't drop in the engine, of course. Okay, so let me go and find that one. Okay, here we go. We have a couple pieces here, but we want to find the ones that actually we dropped, because that's very critical to make sure it's not in the engine area. So what I do is I take my magnet and I just go around, see if it captures any loose ends. If it drops, it doesn't ricochet too far in. The magnet's pretty strong, it can usually feel it. Okay, nothing on the magnet yet. My pen's magnetized too, but there we go, got it. That's what's great about the magnet. It can find things where you can't. There you go, see? A little piece there, got it. And these are the other pieces here. I can hold it with the magnet. Alright, so we might be able to salvage and use these things and put this one together. That could be a center pin, and that could be an outer wall. It's going to be a little bit more challenging this way, but let's see if we can actually connect it with two males coming in that way. Okay, so here we go. Now we have to focus on two sort of loose parts, you could say. But once we get one in there, we should be good. So there we go. This could be a center one. This could be the wall one. So let's go ahead and put this in coordinates the way it flows. We're going to go ahead and set it right now. You can see it. So this one will flow this way. Excuse me. Let's look at the pattern. See how the center pieces are. Okay, the center pieces look like the mountain peaks are pointing toward the under. You see the mountain peaks right there. Okay, so we're gonna get our mountain peaks here. Okay, and then we're gonna put it in there. Put it in there and show you. See that's the mountain peaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there ahead of time. I'm using my magnet because it's attracting to the magnet. You can see it's kind of hard just to put it in there, so it's not going to slide in. So what we can do is we can just get another link perhaps. But I think if we put another link, it would join it and create the same link, so that would not do us any good play. So the next thing to do is we can go one more down. So we can probably go one more down. I think it'll still be pretty much complete. So we got one link out. Unfortunately, we got the leftover from the other one. So let's try going one more down and see if we can get that one taken care of. So let's go ahead and put this one away. And let's use our breaker tool again. And we tried to go one complete, but I think if we go one more down, we might get a male one. And we need a male one to stay on there because this is either female or male. So since this has a little bit more slack, we'll work with the down one again. Now let's go ahead and get our pit posse tool, the horn. Do the same route. Get that horn in there. Make sure there's a dimple for it to slide in. There you go. Get the dimple ready. Okay. Okay, there we go. I got it in there. Again, these things might fall apart loose too. We'll see. Okay, again, you want to wiggle it just to make sure everything's flowing good. You're not capturing anything that's maybe shouldn't be hanged on there. Anything that might interfere. Okay, so it's ready to be broken up. I'm going to hand tighten this again. And we're going to start with another link. This is the link just right after it. So let's see if we can get a male one to stay on there. And then we'll do our count again just to double verify. Sorry, righty-tighty here. Okay, we're tightening it in. Alright, everything seems like it's flowing good. Maybe there's a pattern there, that's why we're not getting a male and the males are both coming off. Maybe we're going this direction, that's why. So we might actually maybe have to drive it a different direction. But I don't think so, because I tried different ways and it's still can't tell which one's going to come out with the male, which one's going to come out with the two females. I call it females and males. Okay, now I'm going to drive it back out. Alright, let's just hope that this one will give us a male. This will be the final connection we need if this is a male. Okay, we'll base out this one. Looked like the male is sticking on the other side still, but that doesn't give us hope that it's going to stick to the hole. Actually, I think it will actually. So now we got the two loose ones in between. These should come out loose. So this is good. Here, I'll show you. Gotta be really careful because it looks like it's about to come off. Here, I'll get my magnet here ready. Okay. So if you look at it, okay, let me go ahead and get this off. See that? I'm pulling one off right now. Hopefully with the magnet. Okay, that's one off. Okay, this is probably the center one. We just got both of them on there actually. See that? I think there should be one more maybe. Yeah, there should be one more center one that comes off. This one right here should come off. Okay, so let me go and get that center off. Keep my magnet. I'm gonna keep my magnet really close by in case it drops. Okay, this one right here should come off. Oh, sorry, you can't see it with the base. See this one right here? This should come off. There we go. It's off. Put it in my magnet. Alright, so this is good. So we got one complete link off. You can see here. This is components of one complete link. You got the wall, but it had the two males on there, unfortunately. And then we also had the other side of the wall. We got the center pin, and then we got the two sandwiched between in the center pin. So that's how much it takes to make one complete link right here. So we got one link off, so that's a good count. And now we're going to go ahead and attach this link to the other one, and then we're going to tighten it down. Tightening one again to be a little bit more challenging because we have to make sure everyone's, doing their part. We're hoping that the metal has enough tension to hold each other by the time we get the guiding tool from the Pit Posse in there. So you can see here, this, again, if you didn't have this tie strap, you'll be chasing this everywhere. So that's why I recommend just doing tie strap. It'll save you a bunch of headache. Okay, so what we're going to do is fit it in there. See the two right there? It goes right in between, sandwich that center pin. Just like we did on the other video without showing it in the scooter. It's going to be a little bit more challenging. And you definitely don't want to... Now this is good. It gives a lot of tension here. Again, I'm putting my finger in here because I want to straighten it out. I want to wiggle it. And I want to see where is it going. Take my tie strap a little further down, please. Alright, this is really good. This is good leverage here. Now I feel like it's flush enough. Now when you drive it very sensitively. If you start noticing it's kind of hard and the pin's not going in, don't force it because it might be not in alignment, these holes. So that's why you have your pit Posse tool right here, and you're gonna align it properly right there. Okay, so you're gonna take that, you're gonna, first of all, you're gonna spin this out much as you can. Okay, you can do it any, actually, I'm sorry, you can only drive one way because we have to face it where the pin is. So wherever the pin is, this is your driver here. This is gonna drive it in, and this is your guiding pin. This is gonna hold it in place while you're driving it in. That's why it retracts this. See that? So it's on the other side of the pit Posse, not where the horn is. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put that on there, so you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna go and put that on there like this. I'm gonna try to actually even feed it in there. Okay, my guiding pin is way too much. I can't. I'm gonna do it smoothly as possible. I don't want to interrupt its configuration right now because it's giving me a good leverage here. Okay, might have to come out from this angle a little bit. Sorry I'm blocking you, but I need to make sure. Here, let me see if I can show you while I'm doing it from the very top. Be easier to see. That's what I love about this tripod. You can move it in any direction. Get yourself an angle. The angle we're trying to go for is right there. Okay. And you can lock in your... Okay, what I'm trying to do is go from using the pit Posse tool, this lower one here, turn it around. Okay, I'm trying to go from the top. You can see here. I'm working with very limited space because this bar is sort of in the way. That's okay, because I'm going to try to squeeze this guy in there first. And then I'm going to come back, there we go, with the pit Posse guiding tool. Okay, you don't want to move your chain anywhere because right now it's still not together. But you can see here I'm driving. Finally got my guide in there. Now I'm driving my guide in. I want my guide to go in first because I really need to see if, okay, see? Once my guide's in there, I'm golden. I like using that word a lot. Okay, now I can actually loosen this and drive my guide in more. Because again, this is an actual hard stud that's actually blocking it. Now again, I don't want to compress my chain at all. So even though now I want to see loose, where I can wiggle just a little bit, not a lot. I want it to free flow. Okay, now I can focus on tightening this with my hand, and then using the 8mm and driving it in. And that's it. That's how we complete our loop. Again, if you do this, I guarantee you'll save yourself a bunch of headache. It'll take you hours trying to hold this, hold that, and you don't have a third hand. Fortunately, God didn't give us one. That would be awesome.